Buddy, I'm Arathi and this is an assignment for me to do a book review. And the book that I've chosen today is Rich Dad Poor Dad. And about Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's one of the number one finance book of all times. And because why? Because it is simplified. The financial terms here that you learn in accounting or finance, if you have learned or taken a degree, you learn. I mean, even if you're an engineer or any other professional person, you can understand this book in such a way because the terms here that are explained or that have been narrated is so simple to understand. And yes, Rich Dad Poor Dad is actually written by Robert Kiyosaki. This person is an investor, a motivational speaker, and the inventor of the game Cash Flow, and an author. And approximately as of today has $80 million net worth. So this person, as we can just say, just put a question to yourself right now. How long do you think you can survive if you were to quit your job and search for a different meaning in life? How long do you think your savings can run up to? It's something you have to think forward to, right? What I ask right now is about how you can generate your money, or what means do you have to generate your money if not your job? Nothing. As I suppose most of you would say nothing. But this person here, the author, Robert Kiyosaki, literally wanted to change that thing, I feel. Because from a very young age of 9, he experienced how the difference between the rich and a poor. He used to go to a school that was meant for the block's rich kids, and he and his best friend Mike were the only kids in there that kind of had a very poor financial status when compared to the other groups in their class, I feel. And those rich kids used to separate both of them because they couldn't buy those fancy things, the fancy bicycles, the bats, or any other thing that they want to show off or just want to make their friends see, or even the cars that their parents had, which Mike, his best friend, or Robert, never had. So this 9-year-old boy just came home from school one day, just asked his dad, that is his, in this particular context, his dad, Robert's dad, refers to poor dad, who is highly educated, has a PhD from Stanford and has many degrees, who has a great income but just isn't reliable much. He just didn't know how to manage money. Whereas Rich Dad, who is Mike's dad, he refers to him as Rich Dad because he learnt most of the lessons, his foundations of making money from him. And this book follows a series of stories that he and his friend Mike experienced since childhood. And they learned how not to work for money and make money work for you instead. They relate a set of examples where they had to work for Rich Dad's employee under her, so that they could actually learn to work for free, so that they can see the opportunities instead of just expecting the one thing, paycheck. So they had learned not to work for money, but search for opportunities. And that opportunities is how you can generate money out of it. That's the key takeaway that these boys actually learned at a very young age. And take the example of us employees. We literally just go to work harder for that bonus, for increment. But we just don't realize the one thing. The company, as you work more, takes more benefit of you. And you expect your salary after your taxes and after your salary, your mortgages. So, three things are there if you work for someone. You generate, you work for the company, you work then for the government through your taxes. Then you finally work for your bank to pay off your loans, your mortgages, and everything. So these are some of the things that you have to change if you really want to be rich. Learn to see from a different perspective. Just don't work for a particular paycheck just to earn just to earn that small paycheck from your boss. And rich dad instead just chose assets. He literally just understood what is the meaning of assets and liabilities. And assets just put money in your pocket, and liabilities take money out of your pockets. And the simple definition is he understood what is assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money out of your pocket. And he just simply bought assets, and whatever that income that assets generated from it, he just reinvested after he just cut off his expenses. The simple thing is he just understood money at a very young age, is all I could say here.